about it? What about Sophie and Luis? Are you there, guys? Good morning, man. Good morning. Very, very good. Hello, Sophie. Okay. I sent you the other day a little clip from the Wired interview, William Dafoe's interview. I want you to focus on the section where he answers. I think it's this one. This one over here.
That'll shut him up. Can Willem Dafoe dance? Absolutely. That's my favorite thing to do. But only in certain circumstances. Can Willem Dafoe paint? You mean like a house? Or like a work of art? I did learn how to paint for the Van Gogh movie. And it was...
This. Did you see what he said about the Van Gogh movie? Aha. I did learn.
Very special. Because not only did I learn how to paint, not only did I enjoy it.
Here we go. Not only did I learn how to paint, not only did I enjoy it. Why is he using did?
To be special. No, I don't know.
To be special. Any other ideas?
Emphasize that he learned how he learned.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that if you use it in an affirmation for emphasizing your action, the action.
That was precisely, you are so right in the usage of the first sentence. In the first sentence, he said, I did learn to paint for the Van Gogh movie. So the situation that you are saying applies for the first sentence.
Yes.
For this one, it's a little bit different.
To emphasize that that wasn't the only option.
Only option? What do you mean?
No. To emphasize that it was not the only option. That's why you use not only this.
Aha, exactly. Well, the option goes with not only. Not only and not only, but also, no? You know, parallel conjunctions. Not only I did this, but also this. And then you have another, like, whether this or this.
Mm-hmm.
Neither this nor this, no? These are the parallel conjunctions, right? So yes, in that case, that's the reason we have the not only. But it doesn't explain why we have the auxiliary did. All right. So welcome to advanced conversation. This particular usage of the auxiliary is used in a very casual way just because it is used like that.
Just because, yes.
Just because, yes, exactly. Look at the next of the idea. Not only did I learn how to paint and not only did I enjoy it, suspensive points.
Not only did that root the character, but it really gave me a different insight in how to look at things.
But it really gave me a different insight in how to look at things. An insight is like an internal view. An internal view on the character. What character? Van Gogh, when he performed for Van Gogh.
Okay.
Okay. The idea then here is the usage of did is called inversion. And this happens not only in the way the auxiliary did, it happens with all the auxiliaries.
Like a question, but it's not a question.
That's right. That's a question, but it's not a question, precisely.
That's horrible.
Welcome to real English. Look at this. Negative adverbials used in inversion. Just like William Dafoe used, not only. Never before. Under no circumstances. Oh, no account. On no account, sorry. Hardly ever. Seldom. Rarely. At no time. No sooner than. Or no sooner auxiliary than auxiliary. Okay? Never again. No longer. In no way. Little. And this is an example. Did she know? Little did she know, little did he know. Not until, not since, and not only when. Do you understand all of these?
On no account.
On no account. Ah, perfect. Good question. On no account is to say, very similar to under no circumstances. On no account will I work for another English school no more.
Okay.
Yes, the trauma is really massive. You know, I'm not making my school, but on no account I.
That was the past, teacher.
That was the past. Get over it. Yes.
Promise. Start crying.
I'm working on that.
Okay, yes. Yes.
So, oh no. Yeah, you know, under no circumstance, it's the same thing. Now, it's important to memorize the chunk, because you cannot say under no account, no? That's totally incorrect. We need to remember the chunk, which are the words that are usually together.
Be specific.
Questions? Good. Because all of these, the word nor, all of these are used before the auxiliary. So the standard person verb complement is actually not, you know, it's not going to be person verb complement. It's going to be adverbial, this sentence, this part, followed by an auxiliary, and then the person verb complement.
Yes, this is it.
Right? That's the one.
Since I was a kid, I have an example, and I didn't know the meaning, and I in this moment that
Now it makes sense.
it reveals.
Okay, give me the example.
Used to Lord of the Rings.
For what?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings, yes.
Yes. Used extended version.
No, not yet.
Oh, that was when Boromir.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's in a city. It's Osgiliath, and he is speaking. I don't know what this verb. And he said, "Never again will the land of my people fall again."
Look at that. You have seen that example since your childhood. How many years ago did you watch that movie and now it resonates, no?
Yes.
Good. That is exactly the point. Never again will what?
Will the land
Will the
of
land
the people fall again?
fall again? Great. That's a great example. You see, that setting is more formal, no? Because the conversation and the situation is considered formal speaking in a normal conversation because of the topic, not because it is a formal structure. No? But it's very casual. You can use it. You can use it. The reason it is used with negative adverbials, is because when we are being very decisive about something, very firm about something, we need to give emphasis to the idea. So it's very similar to what Louis said, that we use the auxiliary to emphasize things, no? So in this particular case, it's the same idea. We are being very emphatic, so we need the auxiliary because it's emphasis. Let me take a note on that. We use the auxiliary after a negative expression because we are trying to be emphatic about how negatively it is. That's precisely the point. So let me see if you understand by making some examples. Chucho, you already did one. Let's go with Luis. Do you know? Give me an example with seldom, for example.
Oh, seldom. Seldom is something that happens. It's not sometimes, right?
Exactly. Yes. But it's more like rarely. Sometimes, but in a negative way. It's like rarely, like it's not so common, not so often. You know?
Okay. Seldom have I. Seldom have I seen UFO objects in not UFO in the sky.
Seldom have I seen. So have you seen one?
How is it pronounced UFO or
Yeah. No,
what is
UFO
UFO?
by letter. But question again, have you seen that? Have you seen one?
Yes, I think two times.
Then it's correct.
In all my life.
Exactly. It's not that common.
Yes, no.
Exactly. And it happens especially when it's like you are young, no?
Yes, I think I was sorry, 20 years old, I think.
Yeah, you okay. Very interesting. Okay. Repeat your example.
Seldom have I. What is better, seen or witnessed?
Oh,
I think
both.
we did the same.
Both, but witness is a little bit better. This
Yes.
less basic.
So, seldom have I witnessed UFOs in the sky.
That sounds really nice. Okay, I like your example. Good job. What about Sophie?
With pronoun also, or
Let's go with under no circumstances for you. Let's read this one.
um, under no circumstances, I will I under no circumstances I no, will I get out without without my kids.
Do what?
It's like my
But you will do what? Like your microphone is very.
get out. Get out.
Get out.
Can you hear me there?
Little. So, under those circumstances, will I get out?
Get out the street.
The what?
The street. Get out to the street. Out.
Okay. Without what?
Without my kids.
Without your keys. Okay. Okay. Oof, that was very difficult to understand because of the microphone. I think we are going to need an external mic or something, some earphones. Yes, but okay, good, exactly. Under no circumstances will I go out to the street without my keys. Precisely. So that is the intention about this. I see that, for example, these three in this website, they put a little asterisk, which says inversion is normally used in the clause directly following the negative adverbial. However, with these adverbials, inversion is used in the second clause. It is like not until almost everybody had left did Nick start to have fun. Look at these three, eh? Not until, not since, and only when. It's supposed that these adverbials or these expressions need the auxiliary after, right? But these are like exceptions. Take a note on these guys. Here, you are going to need something like that. Let me help you with a little visual. You will need a normal, an exception. Let's use exception. Exception, person verb complement, and then when you have the complete thing, we're going to start the second section with person verb complement, but with an auxiliary. These three are exceptions. Do you get it?
So, these three need two sentences?
Yep. And the auxiliary, the inverted auxiliary, happens in the second section. Let me give you an example. Not until he arrived home Did he realize he didn't have his phone with him? What happened to this guy?
He lost.
He lost his phone, exactly. He lost his phone. Look at the inversion. Where does the inversion occur? In what section of the sentence does the inversion occur?
In the middle, like if the version tries to connect.
The inversion tries to repeat.
Connect the two sentences, the first one and
To connect the
second one.
Well, no, it's not a connection. It's more like a consequence, no? Or well, no. It's more like, what if we see it as time expressions? The time expression is first, like the when, and then after that, the complete idea. Because it's not connecting. It's actually, we have a comma. That means that it's not connecting anything. But let's say that these expressions are time expressions that give context to the principal idea. Do you see what I mean? What do you understand when I refer to time expressions?
Words that give you information about a specific moment or anything.
Then you're right. These are expressions that gives you the idea of the specific time. The specific time of the principal idea. The second one is the one that is modified. You got it?
But so in this example, the inversion happens in the second part of the sentence, right? After the comma.
Right.
The first part, not until he arrived home, is a normal construction, right?
Exactly.
Because we are using not until it is what it's a. It's not a preposition, no?
Grammatically, it's an adverbial, but there's no relevance. What do you mean?
Oh no, that is not an issue. We can say he arrived home. No.
Exactly, no, because that's giving you is giving you the context of the principal idea, the time.
No, what is correct is, did he realize he didn't have this phone with him? Not until he arrived home.
That sounds weird. That sounds very, very strange. The reason we use the inversion is because we use not until before.
Okay. So we are emphasizing the moment when he realized the absence of his phone, right?
Exactly. Uh-huh.
So in order
Yes.
to say that, obviously you need to say that before, not only here, right? But it is necessary to use
Exactly. You first need to communicate at what moment the action happens. And the expression that gives you that moment is the word not until, not since, and only when.
but so it's also correct to say not only he arrived home, he he realized he didn't have his phone with him.
Okay, he realized that also sounds weird. That also sounds very strange because for a reason you started with not only,
Oh, okay.
you know? You started with not until because you want to emphasize something else. If you don't want to emphasize and you want to speak normally, then speak normally. He realized he didn't have his phone until he arrived home and finished. You see?
Okay.
This is for the intention of emphasizing.
Yes.
I'm gonna take that as a subtitle. Intentions of emphasis.
So we can summarize that with these three exceptions, if we need to use them at the beginning of our sentences, inversion is not an option. It's something needed to be used.
But don't see it as a rule. I mean, yes, that's definite, but that's not because of grammatical reasons or not because of obligation. It's more because you want to emphasize. Like you use these expressions only when you want to emphasize.
Yes.
And this is when you will need the emphasis auxiliary.
Okay.
You see, but don't see it as a rule like, oh, if I start using this, I need to use this. You know, because then your mind is set in a grammatical form and you don't connect conversations. You need to imagine in what situations it's very, very necessary to emphasize a time. Ask yourself that. What kind of conversations or what kind of situations would you need to emphasize so much? Let's add that. Possible situational use. If we're talking about
Yes, so we need to emphasize that something happen rarely.
rarely, yes. Okay, you're telling us a very you're telling a story of something uncommon that happened to you. Another very, very useful situation is that you're telling a story and you're so excited at the time of speaking. Right? If your emotions are very, very strong because of something that happened and you are explaining that, then you are going to use these structures. What else? Strong emotions. You're angry. If you're angry, you will need to speak firmly and aggressively, so you use not since I left you I have fought with another person. Not since I left you have I fought with another person. I'm so disgraced about that, you know?
There was efficient.
Yes. Teacher, your example is very specific.
It sounds very real.
Teacher, that was very real. What happened? Are you
Does
okay?
it happen yesterday?
This is very interesting.
Teacher, do you need help?
Do you need help?
Yes, we are here. We
We
can
are
support
on
you.
time. So help is good for
It's
everyone.
good. I will consider that. Thank you very much. When my therapist told me, no, I cannot help you, I was like, oh.
You
So
can ask.
it's a real life conversation. What can I tell you guys? That I'm trying to imagine possible situations. Let's give it a pause. Let me think of another one while Jessie passes attendance. Hello, girl.
Hi. Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning, girl.
Good morning, everyone. So I will say attendance. Is Jesus? Hi, Luis Roberto.
Really, I'm here. Thank you.
Hi, Roberto. Thank you. Sophie. Hi, Sophie.
Morning, Sophie.
Morning, Sophie. And Victor.
Hi, Jesse. Good morning.
Good morning, Victor. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
You too, girl.
See you.
See you. Good. You're angry. You're telling a story about. You're so excited at the time. You're speaking of it. Actually, you're telling a story, and your emotions are strong about it. So you're angry. You're really excited. You're catching everyone's attention? Nah. Well, probably. You want to catch everyone's attention. Yeah, when you start speaking like this, everybody's gonna look at you. It's like, really? Like, this story is very important, you know? That's what happens with this. And actually, my next example is a very, very good example about it, but it's a conditional. So before we pass to the next example, now I want you to analyze the reason we are here. In the case of Victor, for example, check this out. We started the class with this section of the video.
Can Willem Dafoe? Can Willem Dafoe? Yes, he can. Can Willem Dafoe sing? That'll shut him up. Can Willem Dafoe dance? Absolutely. That's my favorite thing to do. But only in certain circumstances. Can Willem Dafoe paint? You mean like a house? Or like a work of art? I did learn how to paint for the Van Gogh movie, and it was very special because not only did I learn how to paint, and not only did I enjoy it.
You see where we are?
Yes.
Right? He's catching our attention because of the story. And he is using precisely. He's using the what? The structure that we are helping right now. Not only did I learn how to paint, not only did I enjoy it, he's emphasizing is something uncommon that happened to him, as Louis says. That's why he's also very surprised about what happened. You see the usages? It's your turn to read an example. Okay, let's begin with Chucho.
Yes.
Yes.
So, with the exceptions or with anyone?
With the exception.
Uh-huh. Okay. The
With very, very specific examples.
Okay, let me find a story in my life to make an example quickly. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Only when I discover Barrita's cookies did I start living. Started living.
Did I start leaving? Start or started?
Start.
How do you know?
Because I used did
Uh,
and it makes the past sense. So I don't need to use the past verb.
and
The verb past.
then, correct. You need, because you said did, the verb in past is redundant. You need to use the simple form.
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
sir. Ah, let's go. Very good.
Okay.
Only
So,
when. Yes, tell me.
no.
Okay. I thought you said so. But yes, not only, you know what again? Only when I discovered Barrita's cookies did I start living. What a fantastic example.
Marita has the best cookies in the world. Yes.
A very important part in your life, right?
Yes.
I disagree, man. Emperador are superior.
What? Why?
Uh-huh.
Only lemon imperators.
Jesus Christ, come on, Chucho. What are you talking about? And what are you gonna tell me? Sabritas, ajo, and cebolla are the best? Come on, man.
Well, not the best, but nice. Yes.
No, minus 1 point. Minus 1 point for for the
And
Sabritas.
yes. No, I can stand with you.
Not until I knew that Chucho preferred Barritas over el Emperador, had I thought he had potential.
Okay.
No.
80.
I'm joking. I'm joking. That's a very, very good. Those are very good cookies, man. I like
Yes.
them too. Example with Sophie. Choose.
Um, okay. I have a with not since. Not since I see. No, not since I will see the 1975 on live. It's correct. Says so
Okay.
on live or at live.
Okay, what
No,
connector are you going to use? Before we get there, I didn't understand the first part. Again.
you didn't understand. Okay. Not since I. It's in. No. Yes. Not since I will see the 1975. That is my favorite one for enseño.
Ah,
No.
okay. Okay,
Online.
wait. Ah, I know what. Okay. You cannot say eliminate the connector. The word life is a description. It's not a place. You use connectors. Okay, again.
Can you repeat it?
The word life is a description. It's not a place.
Okay.
So you don't need connectors. You need connectors when you're talking about a place or a time. But life is not a place nor a time.
Okay, so it's just
Just watch them live.
nothing.
No, wait. I'm talking only about life. Okay? Now, the most important part here is the problem with times. Because since is an expression about the past.
Okay.
So you cannot say will.
Not. Okay, yeah.
You see, there's a massive contradiction there. Your example needs to be changed.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, I have a good example. Good. Okay.
Cool.
And not since in this case you use watch, right? I watched instead of see.
Exactly.
Okay. Not since I watched the 1975 in live.
Again, connector. Life is not a place.
It doesn't need a connector.
You said in life.
Okay. Okay, so just like
Exactly.
okay. Not since I watched the 1975 live did I like a song a lot, you know?
Exactly. Yes. That song in particular. You can say it's better to say that than because a song is any song. No?
Okay.
But here you are talking about one in specific.
Yes, we can say that. I refer to many songs in general as songs, any song that I really enjoy when I watch them. But
then you need to change your expression because it's different to say any song, some songs, some of the songs, many of the songs, or a song. Which one do you refer? Yes,
okay,
language is for that.
Okay, so I can say did I like did I like their songs?
Exactly. Yes, that's another very good. And that's more close to what you want to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Take a note on that example. Copy that example. That's a good one. Luis, your turn.
Similar. Using not until, not nothing, only when.
Yeah. Now you're gonna use these exceptions.
Okay. Okay. Not only. No, sorry. Only when get really drunk. Did I? No, no. Did I? Did I sing in public?
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, I get. Only when.
Only when I get really drunk, did I sing in public?
Are you talking about past or present? Or usually?
Now in the past,
In the
because
past, then what is the past of get?
God.
Exactly. Now,
Okay.
what type of past? Are you talking about a specific situation in past or a past in your life or a past before past? Because it's very different to use got drunk, have gotten drunk, or had gotten drunk.
No, I think it's a specific situation because I didn't uh, I didn't get drunk usually.
Then tell me more information that can help me locate that point in your life, that situation, that event.
Okay. Only when I got really drunk, I no I did I sing at the end of the semester.
Okay, at the end of the semester, looks kind of disconnected. That's your situation. And that situation, where is it better to say it? Next to the I sang or next to I got really drunk?
After drunk.
You see? So the position of the that complement is very important too. Like this complement needs to match this verb. The second complement needs to match the second verb. If the complement that you are saying is the context of the situation.
Yeah, because if I use this kind of complement in the second part of the sentence, it looks like if I independently if I get drunk or not.
Exactly. Like, and then what's the point on saying the first part of the sentence, no?
Yes, it doesn't matter.
Right?
Okay, so only when I got really drunk at the end of the semester did I sing in public.
Exactly. Which is nothing no common for you. Like you'd never go in public to sing.
No, because I sing
Exactly.
really bad.
And you were very happy that the semester was gone.
Yes.
Good. Good. Okay. Very nice. Very, very nice. The last one. Victor. Do you know do you want to try an example?
Yes, teacher.
Action.
Uh, not not until my dogs came. Not until my dogs came to my life did I know real friendship.
Ah, that's amazing. That's a beautiful example.
Everyone.
Jesus Christ. Stop, Victor. That was too good. Good. Very nice. So you can build these sentences. Now, locate the situations when you need them. Because in the exam, what I'm going to test is you have to give me your personal opinion on the videos that we saw. Whichever is more interesting to you.
Okay.
Okay? It can be about Bob Ross. We saw the one of William Dafoe. We saw the one of Amazon. The subtitles, prices, gentrification, the border. We saw a lot of videos in these last 2 months. So the idea is that when you are giving your own opinion, you can express it as you want by using all the power of these structures that we are building. You know, we saw structures, we reviewed transitive verbs, the connectors, collocations. We saw, what's the name of this? Past modals, and we studied inversion. So when you are giving your opinion, feel free to express your real sentiment about what happened on the video, so you can find use in the formulas that we are practicing today. Okay? But that was a good job, man. Nice, very good. The last portion of inversion that I want to show you is an example in conditionals. Okay? I'm gonna show you, well, one of the things that we said. In what situations do we use inversion, guys? When we are what?
When we're emphasizing a situation that happened.
And why would we need to emphasize something? Because what happened in our emotions that makes us emphasize something?
When we are excited or angry.
Excited or angry. And look at the face of my brother over here. Ooh, brother is firing right now.
He's not handsome, definitely.
He's definitely not handsome, and he's, as the same way he's not handsome, he's not happy.
Well, yes.
Maybe,
You know?
maybe because he doesn't have hair.
Probably. I would be very angry too. I will be very angry because of that. But, or probably he decided, no, to be bold. I don't know. Probably if he is happy, he is more attractive. That's very probable. So smile, guys. Smile the most that you can. Okay? In this horrendous world. Okay, why is he angry? I want to describe you a very common situation in Hollywood. Not for the actors, not for the actresses, for the creative minds that work in Hollywood, that give their ideas to very massive studios that will give them the money. No? When you have an idea for a movie, you don't have money. You need to raise it slowly and grow and make it bigger. In the case of, his name is Tony Kaye. Tony Kaye directed a movie called American History X, starring Edward Norton as a Nazi supporter. Have you seen this movie?
No.
You need to. But there is a version, like everybody feels like this movie is fantastic. You know, many people say that this movie is great. But there is a version of the movie that we couldn't see, which is the original idea from his director. His director is this angry man. He wrote the movie and he directed the movie, but with the conditions of the studio. What studio made? I think it was Warner Brothers.
Teacher,
I think it was Warner Brothers. What's up, man?
see you in 1 week.
See you in 1 week? Okay, man. Have a nice day.
Amazing.
See you later. So the idea here, or the reason I'm telling you this, is because I want you to understand why he was so angry. You know, why he was so upset. The studio eliminated some of the most important scenes in the movie because they were worried that the audiences were not going to like it. And when the audience doesn't like something, they don't buy tickets. And when they don't buy tickets, the studio loses money. So for money reasons, the studio cut and eliminated some of the most important parts of the movie. He's angry about it because his idea was perfect for him. And this is not uncommon. This happened with the Justice League, for example. The Justice League in 2012, 2017, something like that. This version of the movie was not the same as this version of the movie. The other, this one. Another very similar story. This version of the movie happened when they recorded the movie with one director, and then the director had a very horrendous situation. He needed to step back on the position of director, and the studio continued the production of the movie with another director, and they made a complete disaster. The movie is boring, the movie is very bad, the movie is super cliché. This version of the movie is just horrendous. 2 years later, they delivered the original movie, and it was amazing, which is the original story there. I'm telling you this for context, okay? And that's the reason, that's something important that we need to check this audio. Listen to him.
The film is good. It begins to probe and explore. Had I been permitted to complete my work, the film would have been great. My vision of the film never made it to the screen because Edward Norton, the actor, was permitted by the producers to edit and alter the film, increasing the role of his own performance while decreasing the integrity of the picture. But when I asked for my name to be removed from the picture, which impacts so much on free speech, my own union, the Directors Guild of America, refused to permit me to withdraw my name.
What did you understand? You didn't understand? Nothing at all? Do you want to see it again?
Yes.
Watch it again.
The film is good. It begins to probe and explore. Had I been permitted to complete my work, the film would have been great. My vision of the film never made it to the screen because Edward Norton, the actor, was permitted by the producers to edit and alter the film, increasing the role of his own performance while decreasing the integrity of the picture. But when I asked for my name to be removed from the picture, which impacts so much on free speech. My own union, the Directors Guild of America, refused to permit me to withdraw my name.
What did you catch?
Well, in general, I understand that he says the movie it's good, but it the directors like brought the pictures and the idea that he wrote.
Yes.
And that's it.
Who in particular broke the movie? Because he actually said who did it. It couldn't be the directors because he's the director.
Mm,
Okay, we'll check it in a moment. Let me check if Luis got it. Did you catch who altered the movie, Luis?
No, teacher. Not teacher. He mentioned, but I didn't catch.
Okay, let's do it together then. Let me help me with this. What do you understand here, Luis?
Great. My vision of the film never made... The actor was Norton because Edward Norton...
Here. What did he say, Luis?
The name is Edward.
The name is Edward. Literally? Did he say literally that?
Yes, because did Edward knows?
Okay, one more time.
Because Edward Norton...
Yes, I think it's Edward.
Yeah, but what did he say literally?
Because Edward knows. No, but
Okay, close. Because Edward?
ah, but I didn't hear Norton.
Listen to this.
It to the screen because Edward Norton...
Did you catch it now?
Yes, because Edward Norton.
Because Edward Norton,
The actor...
Did adapt.
the what? No, that doesn't
No,
exist.
did adapt?
the actor.
Exactly, Sophie. The actor. The actor. Only with a little accent that he has, he doesn't pronounce actor. He pronounces actor. He opens the mouth because he is, I think he's British or Irish. I don't know.
Mm.
But very, very good observation, Sophie. Yes, because Edward Norton, the actor,
was permitted by the producers to edit and alter the film.
that's a little bit more difficult because he's screaming.
What was used by the producer?
But what happened by the producers? When you say by, you're using passive voice. So what was done by the producers? And you need to connect Edward Norton, eh? Edward Norton, comma, the actor, comma, space by the producers. So the subject is Edward Norton. What was done by the producers to Edward Norton? Listen again.
By the producer, Edward Norton of the actor was permitted by the producers.
Well, he said was, of course.
Yes.
Was.
Yes.
Edward Norton, the actor, was paid. I understood something. Pain is full of pain. But
How many
something like that.
syllables do you hear?
Um, two,
There are
I
3
think,
syllables.
3.
Listen again.
Torton, the actor, was permitted
Was 3 syllables.
The last one is I didn't understand the word, but the last one is like H or painted.
Try to get
Mm.
the full idea. Was okay. If the sentence is by the producers, then this is passive voice. Passive voice structure is the verb be, was, plus a past participle verb. So what you are looking for is a past participle verb. Give me a synonym of the word allowed. Synonym for allowed, come on.
Permitted.
Exactly, 3 syllables. There we go. Permitted. Listen.
because Edward Norton, the actor, was permitted by the producers.
Oh, well, it doesn't sound as permitted. It's
What does it sound like?
I don't know precisely, but I didn't hear the T sound or
The T sound? Did you say the T? The t? Or which sound?
yes. I see the second syllable sounds different. I don't know.
No, but actually the second syllable is the strongest because he said TED, literally. TED. Permitted. The problem is the R, not the final syllable, because it's at the same case. It's British. So his R is an open R. Permitted. You see, the problem is not the T, it's the R. Listen again.
Was permitted.
Was permitted.
Yes, permit.
You see, but the word is there, right? Edward Norton, the actor, was permitted by the producers. The producers is the company who gives the money.
By the producers to edit and alter the film.
That's very difficult because of pronunciation. He says to edit and alter the film. To edit and alter the film.
What is it?
Okay. To edit. To make changes into a movie. Edit. To prepare a piece of writing, a book, to be published by correcting the mistakes or making improvements to it. Edward Norton, the actor, was permitted to edit and alter the film. Alter is to become different, to make something different. And you know what is film, right? Next part.
Increasing the role of his own performance.
Increasing the role of,
Uh-huh.
I don't understand the word, before performance.
Okay, whose performance are we talking about?
Edward?
Exactly. What is the possessive for Edward?
Edwards.
Possessive.
Edward?
Possessive.
He's
Exactly. Increasing.
increasing the role of his performance.
Close. Excellent. You're only missing one word. Listen again.
And on to the film! Increasing the role of his own performance.
Increasing the role of deciding.
But what happened with his?
Deciding his, no,
No, the word you are saying deciding, but the deciding, the first syllable of deciding is this, and this sounds similar to his. So you are
okay.
confusing the word his with the word deciding. Eliminate that. It's
Okay.
his own performance.
Oh, okay. The word is own.
Exactly. The word is own.
Can you repeat the part?
Sure.
On to the film! Increasing the role of his own performance.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
it's because he's British. It's like his accent is very, very, well, it's very British.
Well,
But yes, I hear the word.
yeah, right? You heard the
Yeah.
word own, right?
Mhm.
So what was the complete idea? Edward Norton, the actor?
Edward Norton, the actor, was permitted
Mm-hmm.
by I
By the
I
producers,
forgot, by the producer, by the
the pro-
producers,
Mhm.
to edit and alter
Mhm.
the movie. He said the movie.
The
I
film.
don't remember the film. Okay, the film. Because
Increasing?
increasing his um no increasing the role of his own performance.
Exactly. What does it mean? What does it mean, Luis? Can you explain that to us? Increasing the role of his own performance? Do you understand that part?
Increasing the role on his own performance? No.
Uh-huh. What's the meaning of that? Or what does he mean when he says that?
I don't know, maybe because he uh, the the actor Edward Norton was the best option for this role.
And what about this? What about increasing?
That
Increasing the role.
the lines uh, that that were written for this actor uh, matches with the uh, uh, I- um,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because then why is he so angry about that? You know?
Yeah, I think that the written lines uh, enhance the history of give uh, the written lines makes the history more realistic
And
and enhance the performance of the actor or help the actor to perform better the role.
and why is he so angry about that? If I was the director, I would be happy.
Because maybe he found a contradiction.
We need to take it to the job environment. You are thinking in writing, and we never talked about writing. No, 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 no. The thing is this: imagine the son of the boss takes your job. How would you feel about that?
So if I am replaced by the
You are
boss,
replaced by the boss's son who has just gotten out of the university, has no experience, but he's the son of the boss. How would you feel with it because of that?
I think initially angry,
And frustrated, right?
deception, frustrated. Yes.
Right? This is what happened to him. Edward Norton is not the son of the boss, but he was a iconic actor and one of the faces of the movie. So when Edward Norton decides, because of his pants, to edit the movie, increasing the performance of his role, the role of his performance, which is, I am not supposed to edit. I am not a producer. I am only the face. I am only the pretty face for the movie. I am the actor. Right? And the studio says, what do you need, Mr. Norton? Do you want to edit the film? Yes, of course. Do you want a coffee? Yes, of course, here's your coffee. You know? Do you want an ice cream? Yes, here's your ice cream, Mr. Norton. You know? The producers giving all the faculty to Edward Norton to do whatever he wanted with his movie. Whose movie? Tony Kane's movie.
Okay, it is supposed that the actor adapt himself or himself to the history,
Adapt
not vice versa. So if you are an actor, you read the lines, you read the history, and you perform your work following that lines. You don't adapt
those
or
lines.
change those lines. Sorry, you don't change the history in order to do a work because it is supposed that you can perform any role independently of how it is written or the history, etc. If you are a good actor.
Well, apart from that, we know that he's a good actor, but it's not about acting. It's about roles. It's about your position in the company. You know,
Um,
if you are an accountant, you are not going to go to marketing and edit your job and tell them, no, I don't like this and I don't like this, because I am an accountant. I don't know anything about marketing.
okay, there's the position.
We are talking about the roles in a working environment. This is what
Yes.
happened to Tony K. A person from a different position came and interfered with his job, making the movie, creating the final results of the movie, and taking the idea to a better result.
Okay, yes.
Now you understand why he's so angry? Makes total sense. I would be pissed if somebody else messes with my job like that, you know? I would be so angry. Right?
Yes, completely.
Well, I will send you the video. We can talk about that tomorrow because it's already time. But I'm gonna teach you the second part tomorrow. Okay? Good comprehension class. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good day.
See you teacher.
We
Bye.
continue. Part
See
2.
you tomorrow. Take
Bye,
care.
guys. See you.